just found some footage of a project that I did back in 2003 and another project that I did in 2004. Well, it's been, 12 years since I lived in my box the first time. I didn't bring anything inside and I just painted the whole time. As a result of that project, my whole philosophy on art changed. That art actually isn't about me, it's actually about the public and how the public perceives art, how the public views art, how the public becomes relevantly engaged with art. The first box, I didn't want people to talk to, interact, or do anything with the box. It was purely meant for an art piece because the first one was so successful and people seemed to really like it, but they actually started drawing on the box and incorporating their own graffiti on the outside.
There's someone inside.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to be there for 72 hours.
Okay.
I don't think it's crazy. I think he's crazy.
You think he's crazy? But what makes him crazy? The fact that he'd subject himself to this kind of thing?
I don't know, 72 hours seems like an awful long time.
Yeah.
When I lived in the big box, James and the Giant box, I embraced that whole process. I embraced people drawing on the outside of the box, them graffitiing, and it's amazing how that work has evolved and changed my whole outlook on the performative aspect of art.
He's going to have a lot of time to think about it. If he's going to be in his painting a lot. He's going to be thinking a lot about what he's putting into his work. Obviously, he's been in there for quite a number of hours there, and it seems every time I've seen the camera, he's been still painting the entire time and completely focused. So I think he'll come out of it changed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
By the title, I'm trying to get people to maybe think outside, just gym in a box.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I think it's very expressive. He's putting himself out there for everyone to watch. He has a camera on him at all times.
Exactly, yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
People can see that art is not just something that you put in your house or in a gallery. I mean, a lot of people are understanding and they're actually getting it, that this is art. This whole process, this whole production, if you will. I'm a little tired because I didn't really eat anything today. But I'm happy with my piece. My part of the piece, at least. Certainly coming along. I think I'm gonna get some sleep just because got 5.5 more days. Well, I heard that I was on the news tonight. That's pretty cool.
Do you think this would have made as big an effect if it were, say, in like a gallery space, well advertised or anything like that? Like in the context of like an art gallery? Do you think it would have had the same sort of feel, or do you think it changed it drastically?
The fact that it's here definitely makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'm just getting ready to go to bed. And I got a lot done last night and yesterday. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get it done, but that's not the case. It was awesome that people could come in this time actually into the box and check and see what was going on in my head while I was in here. But yeah, it's definitely something I want to continue doing.
When I lived in these boxes, I was inspired by the students. I did it 2 more times at Keswick High School. I lived in a box for 3 days, 66 hours in a 66-inch box. Lived in a box, a 42-inch box for 42 hours, and just the public engagement and the fact that how my interactions, my conversations with students and people that came to visit these boxes actually inspired me to create the works that I did. To engage the public into the creation of the piece, which is a piece that I just finished for C4 Church. It was called New Hope, and it's a piece that engages the congregation to see how the Spirit moves, and to see how the congregation and what they wrote on the actual piece inspired me to create the work that I did. This has actually been the foundational principle on how I develop and create my own art now. I believe in collaboration, and collaboration through dialogue and conversations with other people and students has been one of those founding principles of how I have become a performance artist. So after reflecting on the last 12 and a half, 13 years of my performance art career, I've noticed that there's a huge shift in the fact that I was at the beginning trying to promote James Ruddle. But since then I have found great hope in Jesus Christ. My hope is that this documentary has shown you the evolution of how I have become a performance artist on fire for Jesus.